Okay, let's begin. Very welcome who is already arrived. And can you give me a signal if it's good to hear? Yes, okay.
It's okay.
Thank you. And before I start, I promise you last lesson to give you a CD with the music which you can use for the active trance. There's also a music with the mouth harp with a drum beat, more for dreaming. You can use that. I just put it to the chat. You can see it in chat. And today the plan is to talk about four shamanic worlds, how we see them in my tradition. Also about four big spirits, which is like represent these worlds, and you can say they like the leaders of that worlds. We call them four big spirits, and most of the ceremonies and rituals what we do in Altai tradition, it's based on these four spirits. Like in North American shamanism, this is based on the four wind direction. We have instead of that, we also work with the directions, but mainly with the four big spirits. And a bit later, I will show you a picture. Maybe some of you saw it before, who've been meet me before, because I'm often use that picture to demonstrate and explain about four worlds and four spirits. And because people are still arriving, and when everyone is there, then I will show this picture. And main idea of four worlds, it's different vibration, different frequency. Because why people afraid of dreaming? Exist many people who are afraid shamanic trance or dreaming, or just dream travels, because they're afraid to get to the place in the dream world, which is we call underworld, and they don't like to be there. It's like if you remember your dreams, night dreams, sometimes you have nightmares. Some of you maybe often, some of you maybe almost never, and it depends of your energy, depends of your lifestyle, depends of many other things. And if you see a nightmares, we see this part of the dream world as an underworld, like world of Erlik. Sometimes we also say, because Erlik is a spirit of this big spirit of this world. And underworld main idea of this world, it's bring energy of transformation. And if you look at subjectively, like through your own personal perception, then often that word scaring and make you stress, make you in fear, also bring you problems, panic attacks as well. And for that reason, people say this is like a hell, or like a very bad place, or whatever. Many images you can find out in the different traditions, but idea of this word, how we see it, it's a place of transformation, place where you, if it's about you or about life, it's something is changing, yeah. And every time when something changing, it's related with discomfort. Actually, right now we're living in the time of change, time of Corona, yeah, Corona time, and that's also a transformation. And it's not only about Corona, but it's also about many other things in our life. And this things is related with the uh, financial system, related with the medical system, related with nature, related with many other parts of our life. And right now we are living in the big transformation period, and this transformation period is influence us, some of you more, some less, but you can feel it as a discomfort too, because it's a transformation. And this is we call spirit of underworld, Herlik. And another thing what good to know about this place of underworld, we go there for connection with the past, because we say that underworld related with the history, with the past, and also with the ancestors, is because we see them as the roots of the family tree and the roots going underground. Also, your personal history, it's also related with the past. And for that reason, it's very important that your past is not pulling your attention, not activate suffering in your system and your body. Otherwise, you often get pulled to the place of transformation. Yeah, and by being there constantly, it's very hard, because then people get depressed, then people get stressed, and yeah, it's not so nice. And actually, when I'm working as a healer, as a shaman, then most of the time I'm helping people to get out of underworld, to get to the middle world. Middle world is a word of Mother Earth Umai. And now we're shifting to the subject of Mother Earth. Yeah, this is the world what we are living in right now. It's related with the present, to be here and now. And to be here and now, it's a big challenge for this time, because often past is pulling your attention, and also future is pulling your attention. And to be in between, very hard. And that's what happened. Now people have more difficulty to enjoy a present, but they very easily can shift to the future, or easily can shift to the past. Past, as I say, pulling your energy by some traumas, problems, what you experience in your past. And the future is pulling you with some new opportunities. And in this time, we have so many opportunities, then we sometimes in a hurry. And when we're in a hurry, we forget to enjoy a present. Yeah, that's what is important to do if you want to connect with the middle world, to be in present. And sounds like we always in present. Yeah, why we should be there. But I'm talking not about your physical body, I'm talking about your attention. Yeah, and where is your attention, there is your power. And if your physical body in present and your attention constantly shifting to the future or to the past, then your physical body cannot be happy, cannot enjoy, and because it's not complete. And that's what happened with many people. And when I do healings and working with shamanic ceremonies, I often try to connect people with the present as well. And qualities of the middle world is related with basically mainly with energy of love. Love, actually, there's four main spirits: love, harmony, beauty, and protection. Protection in the way of feeling safe. You could say feeling safe, feeling love, feeling happy, and feeling in balance. Yeah, I can say this is the qualities of Mother Earth Umai. And that's actually what most of the people, they try to manage. They try to be happy in this life. And all what we do, it's about that actually. We want to be happy. And it's a natural task for us to connect with the Mother Earth Umai, with nature, with present. But spirit of underworld is never sleep and always try to challenging you. And challenging, it's like something always happen. And that's normal, because it's always happen something around. But spiritual growth, spiritual development, it's a way to learn, even if something happened, stay in balance, or another way to say, very fast coming back to the balance. Yeah, like imagine you are a boat in the sea and coming a storm, and storm is like a transformation, like underworld, but when the storm is finished, you very fast get in balance. Yeah, and people who cannot get in balance, they are after the storm, they still struggling, they still kind of fighting with something which does not exist for the moment. Yeah, it's mean the storm is finished, but we still kind of activate that storm in our head, in our uh, belief system, and worry about that, and worry that the storm coming tomorrow again, for example, and it will come, but maybe not tomorrow, but storm regular coming, and that's a little bit the same with our life. Like we shouldn't afraid of storm, but we should harmonize ourselves as fast as possible after the storm and also during the storm as well. But when the storm is finished, we need to learn to not afraid a new one, and also not uh, suffer from the previous one. Yeah, even if something is changed, transformed, brought you something new. That's how you can imagine the connection between underworld and the middle world. Yeah, middle world, it's something where we live and where we should more connected. But uh, often people need some help to connect. And main mistake what people do when they want to find harmony or peace or happiness, they try to work hard. You understand what I mean? Like they start searching, they start be busy, they start to do something and worry that I'm not meditate enough today, or I didn't do rituals, I didn't uh, make a prayer or something like that. And actually, by doing that, they come to the state of weariness, and that weariness actually bring them to underworld instead of to connect with the middle world. It's mean we sometimes say like that. If you want to connect with the middle world, you just need to be in silence. Yeah, that's why in many spiritual tradition is very coming a meditation. A meditation actually you sit in silence, and when you're in silence, not only with your body but with your mind, then automatically you get into the peace and you get into the middle world. Yeah, by doing nothing, you already get that because you're living there, and that's only our busy mind actually shifting us constantly to one direction or to another direction. Yeah, it's a tip for you. Yeah, just if you want to connect with Umai, with being in harmony and peace, just sit and do nothing, and you will see how difficult it is, because we're not used to do nothing. Yeah, we always used to do something, and then when you start to do nothing, then your mind say, oh, I should do something. Yeah, it's not okay. Yeah, it's not okay to sit. Yeah, you should dance, or you should meditate, you should focus about fire, or you should whatever. And that's really sometimes struggling with yourself. And that's actually what the spiritual grow is like. You struggle with yourself, and you find the way, you find kind of opportunity to shifting from one energy to another energy, and this is the freedom. Like in uh, what I learned from my teacher, he always say, freedom is not that you have something. Freedom is the opportunity that you can switch. For example, you are in the underworld energy, and then freedom, then you can just simply switch to energy of the sky, for example. And this is the freedom. But if you just get something and then you cannot get out of it, sometimes it can create like attachment or addiction, and that's not a freedom. That's why American freedom is not always the same as a shamanic freedom. And mm, that's the idea. Okay, then spirits of middle world, the spirits of nature. It's animals, plants. It's different parts of the landscape, like mountains, rivers, and it's a lot to connect. And actually, uh, middle world give you a healing, because what is healing? In a more wider way of healing when your body and your soul and your spirit come to the balance, yeah, and then you get healthy. And even doctors don't know what does it mean to be healthy. I asked one doctor, young doctor after university, I asked, did you study about health? He said, no, we have only study about illnesses, and we didn't study about health. He said, we have only one lesson, like 1 hour or something about health, but the rest was about all kind of different illnesses. And then he said, I'm an expert about illnesses, but I'm not expert about health. It means if you want to be healthy, you should find an expert about health. And that's different, because doctors don't know what does it mean to be healthy. They know that if you don't have these symptoms and that symptoms, that you are kind of healthy. And sometimes they have a joke in Russian hospitals, doctors. They say, "It's not exist healthy people, exist only people who is not good checked. And if you check them better, then you will find something anyway." And for that reason, they say like everyone kind of more or less unhealthy. And that's have a sense, because we just need to be focused about health. We have to be focused about beauty, about love, about happiness, and then immediately you start to connect with Umay and middle world. But if you focus too much about illnesses, problems, that's automatically shifting you to the underworld. And I remember I asked one of my patients, he came to me and started to complain. I have pain here, have pain there, and I almost dying, and blah blah blah. And I asked him, "What is your intention? What do you want from me?" And he said, "I want get rid of this illness. I want to get rid of that illness." And then I asked him, "And what next?" "Okay, you get rid of this illness, and he said, I don't know what next. I just want to get rid of them because I don't want to suffer." It means he didn't know anything what he want. Actually, if he just tried to get rid of illnesses, it's not doesn't work like that. It's just it's like a circle. Yeah, maybe you get rid of one thing, then it's coming another illness, because it's a kind of circulation. And I try to move his focus about uh, future, and I say, okay, we're going to work together. I will work hard to help you with the healing, and you will help yourself with the healing too. And then imagine you get healthy, and then what you're going to do, what you're going to experience in your life. And that was a so difficult question for him. He was really like confused, and because he didn't even think that way, because all his head was full of that illnesses and stresses and problems. Okay, we go to the third world. We call it upper world, or world of the sky world. This world related with the future. Future, it's not what exists yet now, but it's something what coming. Yeah, what coming. And we say, like, if you have visions or ideas or plans, you connect with the future. You make a plans, you have your focus about future, you ask something, you plan something, you create something, and that's the way to connect with the future and with the sky. And the spirit of the sky is Ulgin. Ulgin is the name of the spirit of the sky. And Ulgin is a big spirit which have a main quality to creation, yeah, like you create something new, and something what not exist yet in this reality and present. Ulgin create that and passing it to from the sky to the present to the earth. And if you look at the frequency of different words, like the lowest frequency what exists, it's underworld. What does it mean frequency? It means like vibration is very slow. Yeah, you can imagine like a swamp. Yeah, actually today when we're going to have a dream travel for today, we're going to travel to swamp. Swamp is represent air-like energy, because swamp is a place of transformation. And in shamanism, we see that in the swamp living spirits of illnesses, because they actually bring that low frequency and heaviness and suffering and problems. And good shaman have to connect with these spirits, because if you work with illnesses, you have to know them, you have to be kind of familiar with them. And for that reason, some shamans they even exchanging with the spirits of illnesses, that they can make agreement with them, yeah, like agreement that they left some person and then they give them some offer. Yeah, that's a special ceremony, but it's not for today. You just try to experience that low frequency of underworld. And again, when you have that low frequency, how to recognize actually that someone or maybe you catch that low frequency. One of the symptoms, you can say, you feel lost, like you feel that you don't know what to do, where to go, and you feel lost, like a beginning of depression, or like a slight depression. The big depression is already you get much more deeper to the underworld, you can say, and that frequency even more uh, in you. Another symptom of the like low frequency, that everything feels heavy and everything feels too much. Yeah, you can get easy tired, you can get easy irritated, and that's all because your energies get heavy. Also, you can easily start to express negative emotions, sometimes sadness, sometimes anger, sometimes jealousy. It means when more negative emotions start during you, it also can be like a signal that you catch and shift to underworld. And another symptom, you don't want to move much, because actually for the underworld to keep you in that level, it's important that you have less movements. And normally people who have that energy, they lie down sometimes under the blanket, and if you try them to move a bit, to say let's go walk, let's go run, let's go bicycle, they say no way, yeah, we're going to stay at home. And that's a symptom too, like you don't want to move, and you kind of refuse any activity. That's why I always say the best medicine against of depression, you um, like to put toilet like few kilometers from your house. Yeah, like if you want to go to toilet, you have to run like 5 kilometers, for example, and then run back, and then after going to and give a lot of water to that person. Yeah, and then if you start moving so much, then you just release your depression, because that is against of that underworld frequency. Yeah, and movement is like one of the best medicine. But again, if you are just catched by the underworld energy, Herlick energy, then you don't like to move. Yeah, that's why I always try to move people. And if you come to my healing center, if you want to go to to the place of eating, you have to walk. If you want to go to another place, there's always like not a big, not kilometers, but anyway, like 100 200 meters between buildings. And during the day, you're walking quite a lot. And to go to swim, you have to walk. To go to eat, and now the toilets is a bit closer, but in the beginning, is even toilets was also you need to walk for some meters. And that's how people, when they come back home, they're missing that movements, and they say, wow, yeah, I'm back home, and then just I go to kitchen is just a couple of steps, and then it's not feels enough for me to move. Yeah, that's why people get low frequency, because they're not moving enough. Yeah. Another thing what make you down, it's too much eating. And actually, at this time we eat way too much. Generally, I think, because all the supermarkets, they always try to push people to eat. And for that reason, they put a lot of stimulators in the food, like salt, like sugar, like other numbers. And in restaurants, food become more and more tasty, more and more beauty, more and more bigger. And that's also make you down, too much eating, because when you're hungry, you want to move. When you're hungry, you want to do something, but when you are not hungry, you of course go opposite. And another thing what is also make you down is negative emotions. Mainly it's stress and the fear. Okay, back to the sky world. Yeah, like if you connect with the sky, it's a quality of the sky. It's a creation as a main quality, and another quality of the sky is the inspiration. Like you uh, have the inspiration to do something. You have great feelings uh, to make something new, to make art, to make, I don't know, people happy, and big plans to make, I don't know, spiritual center, yoga center, or shamanic center, whatever. It's like open the business. There's many ways to connect with the sky, and how to recognize that you in the sky energy. You feel in flow. It's quite opposite of underworld energy. Like you feel everything going lightly and easy. You just feel or think, and it come. Yeah, it's like kind of miracle. And it's a little bit like, imagine you are surfing in the sea, and then you catch the wave, and then you stay on that wave. Yeah, and then you kind of stay longer and drive with the skating. And this is something like that, like you catch it and you in flow for a while. And this is a very great feelings, because it feels like no resistant, like you think and it's come. And idea, of course, to live that way all the time, but most of the time we cannot manage that. Yeah, most of the people, they sometimes catch them wave of success, and they have some days, maybe some hours, that great sense of flow. But then they again go, for example, to the middle world, or they get even more deeper to underworld with the frequency. Yeah, because frequency of middle word is higher than underword. Yeah, and if you want to recognize if you're in the middle word, it's normally you just feel, I feel good. Yeah, I feel good. And if you just check yourself how I am, it's, oh, I feel good. And but you're not in flow, you just simply feel good in your life, and everything is fine, and you have food, you have good connection with the people around, and that's great feelings. Yeah, but in flow, it's even higher frequency. Like you just feel like an eagle which is flying, and the wind is around, and you use your wings and you catch the wind, and you enjoy that flow, and you feel free at the same time. You don't feel any worry or fear or stress, because you trust trust your wings, trust the wind, and you go on. And that's what happened with eagle. Yeah, eagle is not worried that next moment he will fall down. No, he's just flying, yeah. And that's what we can learn from the eagle. Trust the sky, trust the future. That is always a way to, I'll say, to feel good and flow. And you cannot really learn about that. You can read it in the book, but you cannot just take it in your life. You need to practice that, yeah. It's like only through the practicing that in your daily routine, daily life, you can get there. And step by step, yeah, we all have to reach the level of the sky. But exists even higher level, higher frequency. It's a frequency of the Tengri, we say. Tengri, it's a spirit of the night sky. For us, it's a universe, stars, universe. And it's the highest frequency which exists. It's like we call Tengri a creator, a big creator. Tengri create this universe. Tengri create dream world and material world and all other worlds which we don't know maybe exist around, all kind of dimensions, worlds, whatever. All what exists, we say. All what exists created by Tengri. And because of that, he is the one who have the highest frequency. And connection with Tengri, it's a way to get unite yourself with all what exists. And the beginning of that uniting process, it's just communication with more creatures in this world, because all around you is alive. Animals, plants, your house, your car, landscape, spirits of the land, your friends, your colleagues. It's a lot of things to connect. And understanding that you are and they are, you are the same, or I mean, you are this part of Tengri, and you are connected, like all what happened with you, it's influenced other people around you. And by understanding that and start feeling that, your frequency can come very, very high. And in different spiritual tradition, there's have a different.
Question.
Yes, yes.
Tengri is connected to logic, or does it connect to feelings also?
It's connect with the feelings, of course, but it's all other spirits also connect with the feelings. It's like in a way, Tengri, uh, it's more than feelings. It's a special feelings which is waking up when you get there. And because the energy is so high frequency, then usually when we connect with Tengri, we forget that afterwards. And that's happened normally in the night. When you have a sleep, we say that in the deep sleep, you have a time of the deep sleep when you have a connection with Tengri. The same process happen when we die. Like when we left the body, our soul is traveling also to Tengri, and that's a moment of connection with Tengri as well. But our physical body, in a way, separate us from other creatures. Yeah, we can understand that me, like my body, is different than the table in front of me. Yeah, and that's understanding make that separation more and more. But we have opportunity to go one way with more separation. It's the underworld, because another tip to understand that you in underworld, you start separating. You don't want to connect. You want to isolate yourself. You want to be alone, like leave me alone. That's what sometimes people say when they connect with the underworld. Yeah, but when you connect with Tengri, you have opposite feelings. Like you want just to be with all what exists. You want to connect. You like open. You yeah, you want that connection. And in that moment, we say like your consciousness is rising because you connect with the much more than you connect before. And that's
Yeah.
the
For
idea.
me, for me, thank you for the answer.
Mhm.
I'm returning from Tengris, seeking balance and the center. It has been a very exciting journey, but now I feel like the human experience, if you know.
Yeah, but that's what I say. Like we have regular connection with Tengri, and only we most of the time don't remember that because that's a different frequency what is there and what is here, and for that reason it's like difficult to remember. Yeah, and it's happen sometimes most of the time in every night if you have a deep sleep. But if you're really interested to learn more, because it's of course a lot more knowledge, I am a regular do a long-term program. I do it in Holland, in Belgium, in Germany, I think in Sweden also. But I don't know with the corona how it will be possible to travel and when. And now I also do it online as well, like where you apply for this course. There's also a course of a long term, and next one begin at 23 of February. And if you have any questions, you're always welcome to contact me directly, and I will answer and explain you more about this course because this is my kind of main teaching, and I do this teaching already last, I think, 15 years at least, maybe more. And our intention for this ritual today to connect with these four different worlds, and we start with underworld, and then we will raise the frequency up, yeah, like underworld, middle world, upper world, and then the Tengri world. And when we travel to the world of Tengri, we travel to the place of swamp, yeah. And when we travel to the Umai, Mother Earth, middle world, we travel to the forest, to the nature forest. When we travel to the sky, we becoming an eagle and fly very high, yeah, in the sky around the clouds. And when we connect with the Tengri, we're going to the stars, like you imagine that you're going so far that all the stars surround you and you like dancing with the stars. And of course I will guide you through this travel, and maybe some questions left about the story, and I promise you also to show the picture. This is the picture. Now you can see that on the screen. uh, just a moment, maybe it's, can you see picture or not?
No.
And now?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, there is.
On the bottom is Umai.
Yes.
It's a picture of Umai, present. Then left side is Erlik, underworld. There's fire around Erlik as a symbol of transformation. From the right side is Ulgin, spirit of the sky. And on top of the picture is a Tengri. Yeah. This is four big spirits, yeah, and also four different worlds. And in the middle, you see five symbols like a deer, fish, eye, a bird, and the light around the shaman. This is also symbol of the dream body. Actually, this five symbol represent five souls what we have inside, because we believe that we have not one soul but five. And also during the education, we have some ceremonies and rituals to train your souls and get them, yeah, more stronger. Also in that picture you see sun and the moon as very traditional symbols in Altai shamanism, and in my costume also I have them. Also you see river of life. It started from the future, from the tree, and then coming to the present, and then ending in the Erlik world, like a lake with a Loch Ness monster. Yeah, You see, Loch Ness is there, and after that it start Milky Way, and Milky Way, it's we say the way to Tengri. It's our soul travel to Tengri by the Milky Way, and together Milky Way and River of Life create like reincarnation circle. You can say like River of Life, it's our life, and the Milky Way, it's life after the death, and together this is reincarnation circle, and our soul traveling by that circle and reincarnating many times on the earth to, how to say, you can say clean the karma, or take all the lessons. Maybe this more positive way to say it, take all the lessons on the earth, because cleaning karma for some people is a little bit stressful, like again I have to clean something, and but all that mean is taking lessons, and someday you can finish reincarnate in this world, and maybe you can get another world, another planet, maybe to be, and also many other symbols, but it's just too much to explain everything. And I have a little description about this map. I will try to remember to give you tomorrow. There's a picture, and also with the English text, some of the description. All right, then 5 souls should be in balance question. Yes, they have to be in balance. And the Tengri have a ball which is represent life, and then this arrow of the ball is sending to the Umai. Okay, time is running. We need to practice of dreaming, and I ask you again to find a position for your body which will be comfortable for you, and which will help you to relax. Your eyes supposed to be closed, that you can dream easily. And the first part of the travel, you imagine yourself in the swamp. It's the end of the day, like a time of the sunset, time when it get dark around. You can smell the swamp. You can feel the connection with this smell and the transformation. You can walk a little by the swamp and connect with the frequency of Erlik and underworld. And your task in this world to let go. If you feel something heavy inside or around, you can bring it as an offer to that swamp. Yeah, like you can leave that there. Yeah, and this is a great way to let go and clean yourself. All right, close your eyes, and we begin to travel. Next moment, you're traveling to the world of the Umai, Mother Earth, and imagine yourself in the nature. And it's a midday, it's a sun shining, and you're connecting with the animals and the plants. And you find a place where you can lie down and receiving beautiful healing from the animals and the plants around you. It's a special word which can give you a great healing, and you just need to be open and trust and feel that you receiving a power of the nature and the spirits of the nature. The next moment you're coming more higher and you're becoming like an eagle, and like an eagle you're flying up very high to the sky, and you enjoy to be in flow, you enjoy the freedom, you feel yourself as an eagle, and you have a big wings which is catching the wind and help you to fly very high. And the last part of the dreaming, you imagine that you're becoming like a shining sphere, shining ball, and you're coming very, very high up, and you get to the stars. And this is the time when you dance together with the stars. You enjoy of connection with all what is around you. You're moving very, very fast. You enjoy of the connection. Your consciousness is get wider, and you get more aware of who you are, and feeling the Tengri, feeling the creator. And this is a beautiful dance of you with the stars. And now slowly from the stars you're coming back to the earth, back to your room. Take your time, don't be in a hurry. Feel your breathing, feel the effect of this dream travel. You experience 4 different words, shamanic words, and different frequency of each of them. We've been traveling up from the lowest frequency of underworld Erlik to the highest of the Tengri, and now you get an idea what's the different parts of the dream world, and these different parts have a different meaning and energies and spirits, and it's all about dream world, about dream reality, but it's very different. That's why if you know that you're not afraid of the dream travels, because you know if you get somehow with the low energy of underworld, you can always get up and you can always reach another part of the dream world. And I like to announce the last day, which the last lesson, which will be Monday evening. We skip a weekend, and can some word feels difficult and other easy. Have easy on earth, and Tengri on the word and sky was difficult. Yes, of course, you can feel difficult because it's about connection. Because for some people, difficult to connect to the underworld because nobody like really to connect there. Some people difficult to connect with the sky. Then we say that future is closed, and like you not sense so much the sky. But idea of freedom to connect with each of them and be free to move from one to another. It means this ritual, what we did, is also the way to be more flexible and get more freedom. And Monday we do about a subject about healing, self-healing, healing energy, shamanic healing, and also try one ritual about healing. And that's an idea for the last lesson. Feel free and welcome to come. I will send you a reminder as well, and recording of this lesson as well. And if you have any questions about what we learn in passing lessons, you are very welcome to connect me directly. And because anyway, it's a little bit short time in a lesson itself, because I would like to answer questions. But if you really want to ask something, most of you people already did it, but don't shy if you feel like to ask. I'm very open to connect. And you can do it with email or WhatsApp or other ways here. And it was lovely to be together today as well. And I wish you a good evening and good weekend. Enjoy and uh, go higher frequency. And see you Monday. Thank you very much for this time.